gonna take it back real quick. Back to the old days. Back to the old school. Back to the 90s. Let's go.
Let's take it back to the block. Let's take it back to the streets. Let's take it back to the old school. Coming up in the 90s. Growing up confused, lost with nowhere to go. I had a roof, but home was lost some years ago. My mother cared, but she had lost me some years before. No longer scared, I faced the world with a heart that's cold. I was consumed by them streets and what came with it. Played my position on the post and would never pivot. Built my foundation from the ground, each and every building. Remember those who held me down, and I'll never forget it. And now I'm steady on a mission, put food in the kitchen. No time for playing games, complaining to bitches. If you fail the first time, just smack it and flip it. You learn quick that everything is subject to revision. If you go against the grain, you gon' feel the friction. When you stand on your beliefs, prepare to go the distance. Be ready for whatever, keep your trigger finger itching. Surround yourself with those who love and who be riding with you. Let's take it back to the block. Let's take it back to the streets. Let's take it back to the old school. Coming up in the 90s. Let's take it back to the block. Let's take it back to the streets. Let's take it back to the old school.
I'm as old school as they get. 80s, baby.
So I never really grew up with a father figure. So I figured who needs a father, so I didn't pick her. Mom's worked hard, but she was never home. She kept food in the fridge, but we was all alone. Been gone for so long, something that you can't avoid. Not even for me, not Tyree, but the baby boy. The youngest of four, so I just played the role. But I can remember when you come through the door, you say I'm here to see my kids, and my mom would say no. And then y'all start arguing, and then she'll tell you to go. So it's no wonder why I never grew up with my pops. It's no wonder why I had to struggle on the block. Section 8 and food stamps is all I ever got. Cause back in the 90s, everybody smoking rocks, waiting on the street lights cause we didn't have a watch. And when we had a problem, we ain't never called the cops.
Let's take it back to the block. Let's take it back to the streets. Let's take it back to the old school. Coming up in the 90s. Let's take it back to the block. Let's take it back to the streets.
We gon' take it back real quick.
Let's take it
Back to the old days. Back to the old school. Back to the 90s.